Hello, 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 check, check, check. Hello, 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 check, check, check.
Good morning to all. I request the dignitaries to have a seat on the dais.
A cheerful morning to the August gathering. There is a great saying that modern education is the civilization's greatest leveler. It is more valuable than material thing. I, Miss Andrea, on behalf of my co-moderator, Miss Meenakshi, place before you all a pleasant morning filled with desires, hopes, and dreams we all share. It gives me an immense joy in welcoming you all to the one-day international virtual workshop on technology fusion in shaping innovation, organized by the Department of Accounting and Finance in PG and Research Department of Mathematics, Sri Ramakrishna College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore, who has clubbed all of us for the virtual workshop. Sri Ramakrishna College of Arts and Science is a renowned arts and science college in the country where excellence is a tradition. The college fulfilled the long felt need for a premier organization to bring in constructive transformation in younger generation by imparting technical, behavioral, and value based education. The college is at the forefront of higher education in India by balancing its commitment to academic excellence with emphasis on all around development of students. Technology fusion involves the combination and transformation of a number of different core technologies in order to create new product markets. The key element of technology fusion is that it is both complementary and cooperative. Typically, it is a result of reciprocal and substantial R&D expenditure by companies from a range of industries and with different technological competencies. This workshop will provide practical hands-on experience and first-hand knowledge of the latest fusion features and current market trends. In fact, it will build connections with experts and continue to collaborate in the future.
Life is all about in between goals, which has to be lived and enjoyed. I now invite Dr. Shanmugananda Vadivel, Dean School of Commerce, to welcome the gathering.
Pleasant morning to all the dignitaries and participants. Eminent speakers of the day, our most beloved Principal and Secretary Dr. B.L. Shivakumar, Deans, Directors, Heads of various departments, faculty members from our own institution and other institutions, and my dear students. It gives me an immense pleasure to welcome you all for the virtual international workshop on technology fusion in shaping the innovation. First and foremost, I would like to place my hearty welcome to the eminent speakers of that morning session, Dr. Rajashekharan, Head, School of Mathematics, Asia Pacific University, Malaysia, and Dr. D. Christopher, Assistant Professor, Press University, Bangalore. We welcome both of you, sirs. I would like to formally welcome the speakers of the afternoon session, Mr. Ravi Varman and Dr. Benedict Valentine Arunachalam. Dr. Benedict Valentine Arulanandam, who has kindly consented to grace the event on this day. I extend my social welcome to Deans, Directors of Sri Ramakrishna College of Arts and Science for the support and encouragement they have rendered for us. The pleasant welcome to Dr. G. Aguila, Head, Department of Accounting and Finance, and Dr. N. Uma, Head, PG and Research Department of Mathematics, who has contributed their efforts for organizing such a knowledge sharing and enriching program. And also I welcome the various heads of other departments for the encouragement you have extended for this program. I would like to place my amiable welcome to the faculty fraternity. Today we have few faculty from Sunway University with us for this workshop who have definitely be benefited through this benevolent session. A pleasant welcome to all the professors. Finally, a cheerful welcome to the young minds who are eagerly waiting to enrich their knowledge for thinking beyond limits. I welcome all our dear students for our college and students of Sunway University for the workshop. I am sure you will have a marvelous experience through this session with benevolence. I welcome you once again. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you, sir, for the cheerful welcome. Nothing in the universe can stop you from letting go and starting over. There is always a fresh start. Now I invite Dr. Henna Revati Franklin, Dean School of Science and Humanities, to inaugurate the virtual workshop.
Good morning, everyone. most respected resource persons of this day, respected principal, beloved deans, directors, heads of various departments, participating faculty from our institution and other institutions from India and abroad, and my dear students. It is my privilege to be here on this inaugural function of this one-day international virtual workshop on technology fusion in shaping innovations, organized by the Department of Commerce with Accounting and Finance and the PG and Research Department of Mathematics of Sri Ramakrishna College of Arts and Science. I'm happy to share a few words on this occasion as a Dean School of Science and Humanities, and I take this opportunity to thank wholeheartedly Dr. R. Rajashekaran, Head, School of Mathematics, Asia Pacific University, Malaysia, Dr. D. Christopher, Assistant Professor, PES University, Bangalore, Mr. Ravi Verma, Senior Lecturer, School of Business, Help University, Malaysia, and Dr. Benedict Valentine Arulanandam, Senior Lecturer, Sunway College, Malaysia, for graciously accepting our invitation to be the resource persons and share their expertise. I also would like to place on record my appreciations to Dr. G. Akila, Head of the Department of Commerce with Accounting and Finance, and Dr. N. Uma, Head of the Department of PG and Research Department of Mathematics of Sri Ramakrishna College of Arts and Science, for the idea mooted, efforts taken, and making this event possible today, ably assisted by the program managers, Professor E. Vivek and Professor Novina, and the technical team. At this juncture, I am immensely happy and proud to share that the Memorandum of Understanding signed with our academic partners in Malaysia and Singapore have been very fruitful and given our students a wonderful experience and exposure. So far, 10 batches of our students have visited Malaysia, Asia Pacific University and Sunway for student exchange program, and 3 international conferences have taken place. Periodically, webinars are being organized in association with Asia Pacific University and Sunway College. And Sunway College is supporting us through webinars and joint research programs. Today, I am happy to inform you that a few faculty members and students from Sunway University are with us in this virtual workshop. Just a little thought before I close. Once we were a success-driven world. Then with the advent of computers, we became technology-driven. After that, data took over and we became a data-driven world. These driving forces have led us to a lot of innovation in our thinking and lifestyle. And now, innovation has become the buzzword. We can even say innovation drives us all. Innovation is an idea, practice, or object that is perceived as new by an individual or other unit of adoption. According to Cantor, innovation includes original inventions and creative use, that is, generation, admission, and realization of new ideas, products, services, and processes. This is possible only in an interdisciplinary setup and with interdisciplinary research. As academicians, we have ample possibilities for these interdisciplinary activities, and I congratulate the organizers for this combined venture of commerce and mathematics. And I sincerely wish all success to this workshop, which we are sure would definitely shape the innovations that are to come. With these words, I wish every one of you who have joined us online from far and near a blessed and a fruitful day of deliberations. Thank you, and my special word of welcome to our beloved principal, Dr. B.L. Shivakumar, for gracing us. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Karl Popper, a great philosopher, once said that a theory is just a mathematical model to describe the observations. In today's economy, mathematical modeling is very important, research and forecasting to practical and theoretical problems. It is an ideal scientific symbol based on formal modeling. Use of mathematical methods and models takes market studies to a whole new level. I profusely elate to take an opportunity to introduce the illustrious speaker, Dr. R. Rajashekharan, Head School of Mathematics, Asia Pacific University, Malaysia. Dr. Rajashekharan Ramasamy is on a mission to promote the perceptions that mathematician and statistician has played a bigger role in IR 4.0. He trained as mathematician with more than 20 years in academic and industries. He ventured into industries after 15 years in academic with a proven record of game changer in the academic world. He rose to become a strategic planner for the 10th largest plantations in the world. The acquired skills in the academic world lead him to plan strategies to optimize the operation and resource by analyzing, predicting, and prescribing approaches. After a few years, he joined the defense industries and strategically planned the implantation of the degassing system with one of the defense firms in Sweden. After several, he rejoined the academic world at Asia Pacific University, where he established the School of Mathematics, Actuarial and Quantitative Studies. Within a year, he managed to lead the school to obtain full accreditation from the International Faculty of Actuarial UK and world recognition from the Society of Actuary US. This achievement put Asia Pacific University as one of only 4 universities in Asia to obtain such accreditation. We welcome you, sir. The session is all yours.
heat more efficiently, more faster, and without losses of heat during the process. So where I look, because recently I have a viva with the students who are doing PhD, I'm looking at the insulation for high tension cable. This is where the technology can be used. Then I talk about convection, this thermal heating. When we have liquid we can use the thermal, because if you those who are familiar with the industry, we have boiler in industry where we use steam, water-based steam to create energy. Okay, but lately, because the steam, they have a limitation of the output. So lately, industry have come with a new technology called thermal heating. Using liquid, and liquid, it might be water, can be and type of oil, and this oil and this thermal heating save a lot of spaces, save a lot of and more efficient, and the output is great. So I looking at that technology, and then about radiation. What radiation talk? What's you must wondering? What's this radiation while you're doing a cooking? All right, the heat from the fire, the heat from the heating element. Because when you do frying or whatever, you're talking about heating elements. So heating elements, they produce a radiation, which is heat, and this heat is quite dangerous for children or for elderly people to do cooking. All right, to create a safe thing. What I'm talking about this is just a conceptual idea. Instead of using, of course, we have a layer of Teflon. Let's go. All right. So first, you need to look at, okay, how to reduce the radiation. Okay, so we need to put a layer of Teflon. What we're using now, Teflon, is just to put to create a non-sticking surface inside the pan. But what I'm talking about, Teflon, if you look at Teflon, Teflon comes in a powder form, and this is used earlier when they construct atomic bomb. And because atomic bomb, they have a lot of call it as, it's a corrosive radiation, which is very harmful to the human who conduct that. So what the researcher at that time, those who construct atomic bomb, they put a layer of Teflon to reduce the radiation from the corrosive radiation. So what I'm saying is, this Teflon can be put outside of the pan to reduce the radiation. Okay, we're talking like an engineer rather than a mathematician. The mathematician parts will come after this. Okay, then to increase convection, what we use now, we use a metal, because metal is known as a good conductor, but it can create more radiation compared to liquid. So we are using, to increase convection, we are using the industry thermal heating elements. We are using liquid. Okay, and for conduction, we are using insulation for the handle. And you look at this, we need to create a model for this. There, where we come from, where we come in, the mathematician, we need to create a model. And of course, for each of the material used in all these three, for the radiation part, for the release and the conduction, we are using different kind of material. Then the researcher cannot do a different type of material. All right? So we already have what is rate of changes in heat elements, rate of changes to expand, rate the comes in. So we be able to create a model. And model, we need to evaluate how this model works different process. So what we have a model, and when this model, all are related to different equation. Okay, so this differential equation have to fulfill certain condition. If you want to solve this differential equation using finite difference, mostly numerical, or you're going to use a normal transform like Laplace, he must fulfill certain condition. Then only the solving methods are applicable. So in this case, the basic condition is the function has to be discontinuous at a certain point. Okay, it has to be this function. So if you look at the liquid heating process, when you touch this Teflon surface, it will continue and restart back. And so again, when you touch the insulation part, it will discontinue and start back. So this model will be perfect to be solved mathematical through integral numerical analysis. Okay, so when we draft this model, so these are taken from all right. So these are this kind of formulas that comes with the technology. Okay, how heat transfer in the liquid are different, how the convection in the liquid are different, how the radiations from the fire from the liquid are different from the metal base, and how the conduction of the medium are totally different. Okay, so we need to repackage, because as I say, this is technology. It means we have a technology, different technology. In this case, we have 3 different technologies elsewhere. Okay, one in the nuclear reactor to reduce the radiation, another one in the thermal heating, which is replacing boiler. Okay, another one radiation, convection, and conductor, the insulator that we use in high tension air. Right, so we use technology, as I say, we adopt and repackage. So maybe you have changes in the material. You might have changes in the scale, in the density, in the ability of the and the thickness of the layer involved. So all this will be remodeled. And when we do this remodel, of course, as I mentioned earlier, there is not a, if they want to create a prototype for different, okay, mathematicians know the combination. All right. If you look at, we have like 100 material in 3 different technologies, and we're going to use only 3 material at that time. So you have how many choices? 100, 3. And just even how many types of prototypes you need to do. If you have a calculator with you can calculate 100 C3. Combinatory. You can see the multiple, how many prototypes have we done. We tested to see how efficient is the product. So what is our role now? Our role is a model. Of course, this comes with the physics, and of course, with mathematician helps. We have this model. We try to blend them, and we need to evaluate this. How do we evaluate this? Typically, that we have Excel spreadsheet. So this, of course, in Excel spreadsheet, we have a very basic kind of solver for us. The first thing is goal seek. This is a takeaway, because you just, when I say takeaway, is existed in your Excel spreadsheet. Okay, even the 2006 version is already there. All right, goal seek. Goal seek means if you have a model, we need to know, all of us, when we do a product, the innovators, we only want to see the outcome. What is the desired outcome? So when you're frying pan, if you make a user friendly, we have a limitation. Then what with the outcome, the temperature that we're going to fry might not be as high we want. Maybe you talk about certain degree. All right, in this case, you put Kelvin. Okay, how much Kelvin we want, or how much Celsius we want. Says the outcome. So in goal seeker, Excel is already in the data tab. If you look at the data tab in Excel, you click at the data tab, you go for engineering part, you have statistical engineering kind of thing, you create an engineering part, there's a goal seek. So you just put the output. And we highlight, because when we create this model, we're going to put in a spreadsheet, and each spreadsheet might contain a different criteria, maybe a temperature, number of layers, number of thickness, velocity of the liquid, the density of the metal, okay, and the size of the pan. All right. So we just need to activate the changing ability of the spreadsheet. Okay, which cell you want to change. Maybe I just want to look at the liquid side, the velocity of the liquid. So just click that, and this will work to come up with the solution. Okay, but let's have all this constraint, because this is a pre-programmed spreadsheet. Okay, then sometimes we're not able to combine all this formula into one model. Then we have more than one equation. Then we need to use the solvers. Of course, I think most of you have used solver before. Okay, so just add in the solver and able to do it. So, well, of course, in the mathematician or statistics course, mathematics or statistics course, we only exposed to a basic kind of solver, but this can do wonders. Okay. It's the basic how to insert goal seek. It's a quite useful tools. Maybe you can start playing with a small concept before you go to advanced stage like what I talk about. Okay. Now, and if you look at your Excel, you might not see what analysis is all about. Okay, so you need to add on. Okay. So this is type of spreadsheet you might have. So in the spreadsheet, you can put all the criteria on one side, and spreadsheet also can illustrate how the things looks like, and you can give the outcome. Okay. So what we have here is a very basic kind of Excel spreadsheet. Okay. So what mathematicians need to do is report it by using the, of course, when you take technology, no one will leave the source code to you, but of course you need to know how it works, okay, to make sure we can able to blend it. So the mathematician need to remodel, come out with the formula, pump it in the spreadsheet, first using Excel, then you use solver or goal seeker, but that does not come to what we want. This is something every layman able to do. Okay, so we can able to create a program within the Excel. As statistician, analytics are that's the key point. Okay, if you look at this, these are known as thermoprop. These are being used in industry, as I say, the thermal heating elements. We are using thermoprop, and we can able to whatever I'm showing here. These are basic spreadsheet where we run as what we used to run spreadsheet by dragging the cell to create the outcome. Okay, the initial one, goal seeker, is built-in program where we paste the model and create each cell have a different criteria, then we make. But to be more specific and more effective, we come up with our own thing. This is also a part of, these have been patterned. This is known as thermoprop. This is all about Excel. Whatever we do earlier will be repackaged. So instead of using goal seek, which have a limitation, we can add in and create a thermoprop. And this thermoprop, of course, you can download if you have full license with the Excel, Microsoft Office. So in this thermoprop, we can change. You want to use a liquid, or we can use a vapor, or we can use a liquid plus vapor in order to create the heating element in the pan. Okay. So we can also change the pressure if you want is the temperature to be in, or you want to build the pressure to create the temperature, and we can do that. And we can able to see whether when we do a innovation, apart from the effective of the safety plays a part. So we need to show why we need to, in this case, we want the input outcome 15 Celsius, and at the same time, we want to know what the pressure all about, whether the metal, the base, able to stand the pressure, right? So this is how we develop it. So this is where mathematicians comes in, comes in. Okay, so your skill starts from here. As a mathematician or statistics, your skills come here. This formula is already there. It's not something come out of the sky. So the technology used in conduction, the technology used in convection, the technology used in radiation, the technology used in heat transfer are known formula. Right? So what we end, of course, when you talk about the density, the specific heat, and the convective coefficient, everything there. So what we need a good database. If we want to try 5 types of liquid, you need to have all the properties of that liquid. And you use the 5 types of insulation, you must have all the properties of that insulation. So all that must be packed in the database. So by using that database, example, as I said, if you have 100 liquid, so imagine for each liquid, you must check with, you say you test with 10 velocity. So each liquid going to have a 10 type of velocity, right? And each metal has 10 type of density. So we imagine if we even have 100 materials with all these variables, we going to have, say, if one material got 10 types of different properties, 10 times 100, 1,000. And imagine now, out of 1,000, we only choose only 3. So 1,000 C3. So how are you going to do that? Manually, it's going to take time. You're going to do physically, it's going to take cost and time. So what you're going to do, now is virtual simulation. So mathematician, when we remodel it, we model it in a proper mathematical model and farm it nicely in the Excel spreadsheet. We can do a simulation with click of finger, click of mouse. Provided we can come out with the proper. When we have this kind of spreadsheet, of course, there's an error to be there. Of course, this is whether the how we set the cell, whether it's going to truncate or you're going to round up the decimal kind of thing. So we come up with a proper model, and that's it. You have a perfect simulation, virtual simulation with minimum cost and time. And when the mathematician or statistician in the team able to come out this, we can narrow down, instead from 1,000 type of material, we can narrow down example to 10. Based on this, then this it can be translated to physical reality pen and tested to check. Okay. So when to solve this, imagine when to get this output, the mathematical rules comes in. If you want to solve it through integral transform, you have to key in the integral transform. But you must know that when you talk about pen, every points count. There where your knowledge of finite difference, numeric analysis comes in. Okay. So numeric analysis, so we took about knot. The smaller the step, the smaller the interval of each knot will create more precise, more accurate outcome. Again, it's a knowledge of it. That's why when we develop this, we cannot just base on the ready-made. I say real ready-made because I say take away, go seek and solver. He might not accurate and precise, might lead to a false outcome. If you're able to come out with your own spreadsheet where you're able to pattern it, that's great. You're going to illustrate the whole innovation process. Okay, thank you very much. Back to the MC. MC.
Hello, sir. Thank you for your session.